We welcome Kevin Weeks back to the program, and you were with us in lilac. If I don't ask at the beginning, I'm going to be thinking about it the entire visit. What color are we calling that, Weeksy?
This is a mint chocolate chip. You can see the mint, and you know where the chocolate chip comes into. So okay. It's just fresh right now.
Understood. No, you are clean. You are clean. You look like $1,000,000.50. All right.
Thank you.
In sports, we talk often about adjustments in playoff series. What is the biggest adjustment from 7-0 on Saturday night, Avalanche, to 6-2 Lightning tonight?
I would say the biggest thing is Xing out of the defensive zone for Tampa in this game. They got out of the D zone quickly, either direct passes, indirect passes, or they brought out some golf vernacular for you with the 60-degree lob wedge, getting some of those pucks out of the D zone, whatever it took. They didn't get hemmed in and bottled in the way they did out in Denver, out in the Rocky Mountain High in games 1 and 2. And to me, this allowed them to play quicker. They had a lot more speed. They had a lot more tempo. I told you not to sleep on my man, Tricky Nick Paul, and you didn't, thankfully. Steven Stamkos getting involved. The big man, Patty Maroon out of St. Louis. Missouri gets involved, going short side. This was a complete game. Scory Perry is back. I called him that during his days with the Anaheim Ducks. 4 Stanley Cup Final appearances. He gets on the board. So this was a masterclass, and of course, Andrei Vasilevsky was money in this one.
Now, when a team's as good as Colorado, and we all know they are, look, Stamkos calling the best team in the league. That was after they won against New York to get here. But when they win the way they do, right, it can, I think, maybe lull people into forgetting who Tampa Bay is, and that winning 4 against them is going to be a bit of a chore. I wonder, does tonight change how you viewed this series? And I guess what I'm really asking is, did Saturday allow you to maybe think this thing was finished?
No. Right from early on our ESPN coverage today, I was saying Tampa's going to be back. Look out for them. They've won repeat cups for a reason. Right. They're going to win this game, which they did. And quite frankly, they're up off the mat. This is why I was saying, coming off of game 2 in Colorado, if I was the Avalanche, don't start looking at the champagne yet. Put the Cristal away. You don't need to be looking at that quite yet. And that's exactly what happened. I felt like they were a little complacent in this game. Tampa came out, they asserted themselves. Andrei Vasilevsky made about 3 saves early in the first period that were massive. And to me, of course, the disallowed goal, those two things combined to lead to this. You can't allow a little crack in the door against champions. This Tampa Bay Lightning team is looking for a three-peat right now. So I still think this could go 6 or 7. I said that from the outset. This was a massive win from them on home ice.
As a guy that made his living between the pipes, I'm interested just in the difference in philosophy, because Vasilevsky got lit up like a Christmas tree on Saturday night, and Cooper left him in there. Now, Kemper gets pulled tonight. Maybe it doesn't mean anything. Maybe it does. You tell me. When you're removed from a game on this type of stage, does that mess with your psyche at all?
All depends on who you are. For Andrei Vasilevsky, the big cat, and arguably the best goalie in the world, along with Igor Shesterkin with the Rangers, nothing phases him. And you saw that in this game. He came out and made big save after big save. Now, I know exactly what John Cooper was thinking. He said, hey, Vasi gives us our best chance to win. Of course, they have Brian Elliott there if they need him. But the challenge now for the Avalanche is Darcy Kemper coming off of a shutout. We knew he was going to be tested a lot more in this game. He didn't get very much help in this game either defensively. Pavel Francouz would come in relief of him. So I'm curious to see what ends up happening in terms of the decision for Game 4. I spoke with the great Sidney Crosby before the game. I spoke with the great Patrick Kane before the game. And I'm going to quote Sidney Crosby. He gave me a whole host of things, but the one thing he said is Vasilevsky needs to be on, and he certainly was on in this game. The rest is history.
Kevin, appreciate it. The mint chocolate chip, spectacular. I hope you get to your favorite steakhouse at some point during your time
Burns,
in Tampa.
Baby.
Go to the dessert room. Just have something for me. Just send me a picture, my man. Send me a picture.
Of course, the Harry Watt dessert room. I'll be looking for you.
There you go. High level, this man. He's champagne taste. He knows what it's all about. Kevin, I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother. Keep up the great work. Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.